Today's lesson, I'm going to share with you a major marketing lesson that one of my mentors taught me. I also share a story recently that happened that's totally applies to this business, and also how you apply it to network marketing. Okay, so one of my mentors taught me is like no one wants to join. This is marketing psychology. So you want to be a better recruiter, get people to take action, get people to join, understand psychology. Right, and actually, if I had to do college all over again, I would major in psychology. Because if you know how people think, you're able to connect with them, you'll be able to make more sales, you'll be able to motivate your team more. So one of the things, and prospecting is all psychology. So one of them is, the more you chase people, the more they don't want to join. Okay, the more needy you are, the more they don't want. If you want to be needy, Nelly, please join me, please join me. Right? They're going to run away. The more you keep messaging them, I text you 5 times, you didn't reply back. Texting 5, people don't want to join. The more needy you are, the more they run away. And this lesson from my mentor applies to it. Now I'll share this. Let me share the story with you first. Is recently, and this is a true story. My son plays on different teams and the baseball teams, and recently we switched the team. And on one of the teams, the problem with one of the teams, and it was just it wasn't me. I felt like this is not special, and I had parents that actually asked me, because I'm pretty involved with it, like, what's going on there? Right? And I had parents that were interested, and all of a sudden they were not interested once they found this out. Right? And what it is you have to understand that no one wants to join a club that they can get into. Right? If you think I can join this, I can join it, they don't want to be part of that. People want to work to do something they want to belong to something that's special. And with this baseball team, turned out that, when their parents find out that every kid that tried out had a spot on the team. Now, they had like a different teams, A team, B team, C team, but everyone that tried out, and there was a lot of kids that tried out, they end up having 3 teams. So instead of cutting kids and depriving these kids that want to, because they want to be like a top program, right, a top elite program, but they want to expand and make a bigger impact. But by accepting a lot of kids, I had a parents that said, hey, I heard the rumors that, is it true that every kid that tried out made it? And I was like, yes, it is. Immediately, a couple parents didn't want to join it, pulled their kids out of the program, right? Because no one wants to join a club they can get in. Think about if you ever partied or went to somewhere, or like a restaurant, right? A restaurant, let's talk about club. I used to party a little bit, and the club that you just walk in versus the club that's hard to get in, you have a line. Everyone wants to go to the one that's hard to get in. Right? If you go to a restaurant, the one that's packed, you make reservations, what's more special? Or you can just go there anytime and eat. Right? No one wants to join a club they can get in. It's one of the best marketing advice, and you have to understand that. So, I shared with you a baseball lesson. How does it apply to network marketing, right? Like, think about a country club. You got to have certain criteria before you get in. If everyone can go in, I'm sure all the elite members, they'll quit. They'll go somewhere else. Same thing with network marketing. If everyone in your business, you feel like they can get in, you're desperate chasing, like you need them more than they need you, no one is going to join. So a question that someone asked me, like, hey, I had a close friend that said they were interested, and they were about to get to the payment details, and then stopped. And now I keep calling them, keep texting them, but they're always too busy. They won't reply back because they know you need them more than they need you, right? They can easily get in. They're busy. They're not even interested, but you're still chasing after them. That's why they're not joining. Right? You have to understand that if people, and you give a takeaway, right, and they're still not interested, then don't worry about it. You got to have the psychology. It's like, hey, if someone's not interested, you cannot be chasing after them. You make it up by reaching out to more people. Yeah, you got to do the work. Okay, you got to do more work. There's no shortcut to that. If someone that hey, I'm going to join, and all of a sudden doesn't join, you can follow up once or twice. You got to give the takeaway afterwards, and you move on. And they're like, wow, I had almost a sign up. You're hanging on to that sign up. The more you hang on to them, they don't want to join because they know no one wants to join a club they can get in. Right? If you want them so much, they don't want it. It's got to be a little difficult for them. So how you make up for it? Go hit the numbers, find someone new. You got to do the work and go through that. There's no shortcut to that, but spend your time chasing out that. And you know, my late mentor, Jim Rohn, used to say, you sow the seeds, you're sowing seeds, right? Some fall in good soil, some fall in rocky soil, some, the birds pick them away. Your prospects got picked away by the birds. What are you going to do, chase the birds? You can't chase the birds. Right now, chasing the birds could mean your guy who's the person who's about to sign up. They talk to a friend. No, that doesn't work. They change their mind. They only make up. You don't make any money. Only when you recruit people, right? They hear some negative stuff and they're scared. But the more you chase after them, you're chasing the birds. You never do that because then you takes you away from the field. This business is about constantly sowing. So that's the marketing lesson. Psychology. Just remember that. No one. And same thing with downlines too. The more you make it, like everyone got to do this, you got to do this, you know, I want to add you to this group, I want to add you to this group. The more like they're so easy, can do stuff, the more they don't want it. Okay, no one wants to join a club they can get into. If you understand that, prospecting and just motivating people, so much easier. You have to understand that's human psychology. No one wants to join a club they can get in.